Fixxx on Dash Radio. Get the shit.
What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? It's Codigo Red bringing you back with the second hour with my man Jay Wealth. And of course, the icon skateboard guru, Stevie Williams himself. And actually, he's not the only skateboarder we have in the building.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Stevie, tell them what we got.
We have the wonderful, nervously.
He's gonna throw him out there like that.
Right?
My dog Braydon. You know what I mean? And I got a funny story. And I always tell this. I didn't even know this motherfucker was a pro. And we used to always kick it on at Brooklyn Projects.
Okay.
I don't know if everybody knows, like the famous skate shop on Melrose.
Yeah.
And I used to always see him there, but we never like skated.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, hey, what the fuck he do? Like, I thought he was just like a straight rock star. Like, you know, you never know who you run into in Melrose. And they was like, no, he a pro. I'm like, he skate? And he wound up skating for one of the best companies at the time, Baker. And it was like, damn, it's like our image is so crazy. Like with skateboarding, you can look like somebody like me. You can look like a rock star like him. You can look like, it's mad different styles. But until you pro, like you can't really like put on. So he got one of the dopest styles on and off the board. And he highly respected. It's my nigga.
Thank you, my man.
My G right here.
That's what's up.
Thanks for
That's
coming
what's
on the
up.
show.
Yeah,
Fixxx,
thank you
you
for
heard?
having me.
He do got a rock star look to him.
Yeah, you
though.
look like a rock
He's
star.
a rock star.
Yeah.
He's a rock star. I let him tell you about his rock star life and shit.
You a rock star on that board, though, huh?
Definitely.
He's a motherfucking gym in the game. So,
Okay.
You know. But y'all can ask him some regular questions. You know, we
Nah,
we
we
talk
gonna
about
keep it.
skating all the time.
We gonna keep it. Like,
Yeah, hit me.
We
Yeah,
gonna
keep
turn
it
it up on this. You know
real,
what I'm saying?
real,
What's your
like-
favorite music, yo?
Yeah.
What you like listening to?
I mean, I listen to everything, honestly. Everything. Just depends what I feel that morning.
mood.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
What do you like to skate and listen to?
That also goes with everything because skateboarding, you know, there's no boundaries on how you feel that day and what trick's gonna be in your head and whatever. So when you get out there, you just kind of go with whatever. And I kind of love the whole concept of ghetto blasters and skateboarding. Everybody's together, so
Yeah.
it's kind of we bring a boombox, you bring whatever, and everybody ends up enjoying whatever comes on. You know.
So how you feel about the hip hop culture really embracing the skate culture within the last 4 to 5 years?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think it's
man.
amazing.
I think it's dope too.
I mean, at some point, everybody touched a skateboard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatever you did after you skateboarded or whenever you were
I
a
busted my
teenager-
ass when I got on the skateboard.
Of
a lot
course.
of
I mean,
motherfuckers quit.
that's part of the game.
Okay, for sure.
If you're not falling, then you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, I feel
You
good
gotta
now.
fall.
I feel good
Yeah.
about that.
My
now.
son scrubbed hard as shit
You ain't
the other
nobody.
day. And don't be just joining out there just to fall. I'm like, oh yeah, I did it. Like, no, you fuck around and get hurt.
Yeah, when I get hurt, I get like bummed when months go by and I
Yeah.
see myself bleed or something. I'm like, this is
So
weird.
what's the longest you've been out of skateboarding from an injury?
I've had 3 ACL surgeries, and each
Damn.
one of
Wow.
those is like
Shit.
6-7 months, and then 3 months of whatever, and then must have been February. I was kind of bitching that my back was hurting, and I woke up one day in Barcelona, and I was like, I've never felt this kind of pain in my life.
shit.
So I went to the doctor, and they got an MRI, and I cracked 2 vertebrae in my spine.
Yeah.
So just started skating again 3 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks ago.
Hey, man,
And
that's how it
nothing
goes.
wrong with it. It's never gonna leave me. You know what I mean? It's one of those
Yeah.
things that I always trip out when people get in a crash or something, and they're like, "I'll never touch that again." I'm like, "That's just part of it. If I
Yeah.
break something, wait till it heals. I'm gonna come back 10 times stronger and do what I did, the thing that broke me."
Yeah.
That builds a strong mindset.
Of
Yeah.
course,
People
yeah.
should use that in every aspect of life. They
I
might
mean-
just get somewhere.
I personally use everything I've learned in skateboarding, business, and everything. It's the mentality that you fail a bunch of times to get that one right, and when it works so well that you can't ask for any better.
So you know how in basketball getting a ankle sprain is probably like the most common injury. What's the most common injury for a skater?
Ankle
Same,
sprain,
yeah.
Same thing. Same thing. Okay.
ankle,
yeah.
and probably most likely your ankle, and then it just goes with what happens over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you do it for a long time, of course your hips are gonna be all.
Yeah, my ankle is shot. My left ankle is shot. I don't
Oh,
know if
for
I got
real?
no ligaments in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's just gone. It's just dangling on
Yeah,
a bone
there's-
or some shit.
Definitely. If you've
But that
been in
motherfucker
this
still
for-
work though.
If you've been
Long
doing
as it
this
still
for
work
20
though.
years,
yeah, 20 plus years.
You're,
yeah.
everything's gonna be kind of jiggling.
Yeah.
When I wake up, it's like
Yeah.
just
Shit.
moving out of bed.
Like a bag
Like,
of
that's
chips.
what that motherfucking check sound like though too in the back. Crumbling up goes.
Exactly.
That's what's up.
And you never have a moment of, maybe I should just put it down.
No, never. I will die with my skateboard. I don't care. I mean, personally, if I die on my skateboard, I've died the best way I possibly could have died. But to me, it's as long as my body will allow it and I'm not personally paralyzed, I will try to be on a board.
Yeah.
That's cool. Dying doing what you love doing. I mean, that's the best way to go out. If you are
jumping
go out.
down like 20 stairs, it looked like a motherfucker about to die too.
Yeah, I don't see how y'all be doing
Motherfuckers
that
don't
shit.
like
I
roll
mean,
away.
For real.
I don't see how the
fuck.
board stays under your feet without
Hell
just
yeah.
falling.
It's magic.
Gravity.
Yeah, it's magic.
Man.
I used to thought it was magic when I was a kid. Like, oh, it's magic, but really it's just like just degrees, math. It's real. Like,
Yeah, it's all
physics.
mathematical.
All
So
calculated
y'all be
moves.
doing equations while y'all skateboarding?
I mean, the guy who invented skateboarding, he's probably one of the smartest humans
in
on
the
the
world.
planet.
Yeah.
Who invented skateboarding?
who?
Well, he didn't invent it, but he invented all of the tricks.
The tricks.
Yeah.
Who
Who
is
did?
it?
Y'all do.
Rodney Mullen.
Yeah.
Okay.
He graduated from MIT. Like he's straight wizard. Like man.
Yeah, his dad didn't even want him to be a skater. His dad wanted him to be a scientist,
Yeah,
whatever.
scientist.
So he had to do 8 hours of homework to be able to skate for 1 day. I mean, for 1 hour, and each time or whatever it was, and each time he just knew mathematical problems so much that he was like, okay, if I push and I slide and I jump this way, this should happen. And he just kind of invented everything from that.
So
All the tricks we-
what's the
damn near all
most
of the tricks we do?
What's the most comfortable shoe for you to skate in?
Oh, actually, that'd be my new stray. As a matter of fact, these are the samples that
that's
I
what's
got
up.
in yesterday.
Oh, that's
for my
your shoe?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
that's
the
lit.
little
That's
colorway
lit.
that came
That's
out.
lit. That's lit.
I think it drops next week or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, shout out
I think
to
it drops
Stray.
off on
That's
my birthday,
like hella
October
rare.
3rd.
Somebody
That's
come in here pulling their shoes off, and
Yeah.
it's they shit. That's
I know, man.
God
Nowadays, it's rare. Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's
Skating for
awesome.
you.
But yeah, I actually just got my samples in yesterday. I was like,
That's what's up,
shit.
man.
How do
It-
you know what shoe to pick to like
Yeah.
skate in?
You just whatever feels right for you. You know what I mean? I mean, some people like it really thin. Some people like it this. Like he said, I've been skating 20 plus years, so my heels and everything are a little bit damaged, and
Yeah.
I've got like nerve endings that can trip out easily.
So
So-
have you
like,
changed
the
like
right
your
insoles.
shoes
everything
over
moves.
time?
Personally, yeah. And
I remember.
like,
I think Chad Muska had a shoe back in the day. It was real thick on the
Yeah.
sole.
Mhm.
I remember
Chad's
that.
he's been the
Pioneer.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenon or whatever the word is for shoes. Somehow or another,
He has it.
every time he's designed a shoe, it's been a success. It's been huge.
Like
That's what's up.
bangers though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't all get those.
No, that's rare.
I had about
In
like
your
2
career,
bangers.
if you
Yeah,
get
your
one of
career.
those,
Yeah.
you're happy.
Yeah, if you get one, it's pretty up. Chad had about like
He's
5.
had 5 out of like
Yeah.
7 shoes.
Yeah, 5 out of 7 is.
And
Hey,
one
as
was
long as y'all ain't
sky
skating
top.
in no Yeezys and nothing, y'all good.
Yeah,
If
nah,
you skating them, your whole leg gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
This is.
Those things are
Listen, I've been
garbage.
skating.
Yeah,
Air Force
super
Ones and
garbage.
shit though. I ain't gonna hold you.
What's that?
I've been skating Air Force Ones.
Oh yeah, I see you skating
Yeah,
those all
But
the time.
those is real. The sole's
are
firm
thick.
on those.
Motherfuckers
Yeah,
is
so you
thick.
good.
Those is-
You
yeah,
good
they
on
not really
that.
But that's
cool,
that
but
90s skater
It's that
coming out of
90s
you.
shit though. Yeah. It's like when I was broke, I was skating and whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of using that same approach. But
I mean,
What about
except for
the
now,
Vans?
those
The
are, not
what was
really
it?
broke
The
shoes.
see, now I go to Foot Locker and buy my shit. Like,
what
just
about
act
the
broke.
Vans? The ones everybody wears, the SKI or SK8 or whatever. The mid ones with the little. Are those even good to skating, or those are more just for
Nah, I
looks?
ain't gonna hold you. Vans
Which
Vans
ones?
is cool.
What's the ones that everybody?
Are you talking about it's like
skate
cursive
highs,
on the
the
shoes?
skate
Yeah,
highs.
it looks
It
like
says
the
like
skate
a-
high. Skate high.
Okay.
Them shit's
Oh,
been,
the-
them shit's been around since.
Yeah, that's like the
Forever,
oldest
yeah.
Vans
Are those
shoe.
comfortable to skate
Yeah,
in?
yeah,
or-
yeah.
They
But
are.
that's also
them the shoes. No disrespect to Vans because Vans is fucking powerhouse, but
Mhm.
some shoes kind of like leave you with like bruises and shit, like
Oh,
the
shit.
vulcanized soles. So you
Yeah.
got to know what sole you like to skate
Yep.
Mhm.
because you could fuck around and have like bruises and shit.
And it really it's about what your trick selection
Yeah,
is
your
too.
trick
You know,
selection. Yeah.
if I do a lot of heel flips, you're definitely gonna rack the shin
Yeah,
a lot more and things like that. And I don't do that trick, so that's just if you like highs, that'd be a better shoe for
Yeah.
that.
What is your trick? Like what tricks
I
do you
love-
like to do?
I mean, my favorite trick will always be the kickflip. It's the first
Standard.
one of the most basic
I
tricks
know
you learn.
I love to see kickflips.
But
too.
the thing is that it's just about doing it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the trick that everybody can do, but only a few people do you want to see them do it. And when you see it done, you're like, oh shit, there it is.
Mhm.
It's like
The style. That's when the style come in.
It's style matters, and to me, that's the trick that because everyone can do it, it makes it count of who has it better.
So being a skater, how is it with the groupies, man? I know you every genre of everything.
I mean, nowadays
certain sets of groupies.
It's
how is that
crazy now.
for a skating star? You got shoes.
When
you're a
I was a
legend.
kid, there was 3 of us in pretty much Las Vegas, and we all knew each other, and we had to go to different schools to find each other, and you were considered like the least to succeed, the least to whatever. You were a skateboarder.
Yeah.
Now, god damn, when I drive by those high schools and kids are getting out of school and every kid has a board and all the hottest girls are with the dudes that have the skateboard, I'm like, oh, I feel bad for all the jocks nowadays. Like, we got it.
When we were skating, though, it wasn't cool.
No, not at
It was
all.
just
No.
like some
But
renegade
now
shit.
you being a star.
Oh, yeah, no,
how's the
it's-
groupies, man?
It's not bad. I love the women, and the women seem to love us.
So what's your most crazy groupie story?
I'm not even gonna go into that.
Oh man, this is the
Okay.
fix.
Wait. At least tell me what type of women do you like? What's your type of woman?
I just like bad women. You know what I mean? I like girls that are like a little scandalous, a little crazy.
Scandalous.
Like, I don't like shy women. I don't like, the girl that's just like, and you have to walk them in the room and like introduce them to everybody. I like the girl who walks in and takes over the room.
Yeah, I like
Where
Oh,
you're
shit.
just standing around going,
that bitch bad.
Damn.
Well, basically,
I like
she take
it.
charge.
yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
I like a
that's what's up.
girl that can make me look like I'm in $1,000 or $1 million suit, even though I'm just dressed like a skater.
That's what's up.
That's just the
That's a
charisma
bad
and the
one.
personality. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love personality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Personality goes a
personality
long
takes you
ways.
far. I mean, that's why we here, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, growing up, like, I love skateboarding. Like, I kind of grew up as like a Tom girl, And I used to play video games with Tony, like as Tony Hawk and stuff like that. Tony Hawk was really hot when I was younger.
I mean, he's still hot.
And he's still hot. So I want to know, like, during the time where he was like blowing up on media and stuff like that, would you say he was truly like one of the best skateboarders, or do you believe there was anybody else who was? Who
Yeah,
kinda
of
got-
course. No, Tony Hawk was in the right place at the right time. Let's put it that way. He was one of those dudes that, I'm not gonna lie, his son looks great on a skateboard. Tony Hawk looks booty. He has. I don't care. I love him. I respect what he's done, and I respect him as a skateboarder. I respect everything, but I don't personally like his style.
His
But I
style.
love his
Legacy.
He has
a dope
and
legacy, yeah.
what he constantly does to try to promote skateboarding and push it into the mainstream.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his. But like I said, he was in the right place at the right time. He did that 900
right
just
trick.
that one day in 1992 or something like
Got
that,
us all paid.
and it all changed.
Yeah.
Got us all paid. We was making fucking peanuts
Yeah.
Yeah.
before he did that 900.
So no, I mean,
It
like I
takes
said,
one
I
day,
I
yeah.
support
Yeah.
him 100%, and I do love that. No matter where you go in the world, you could say Michael Jordan, you could say Tony Hawk, and people know those two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's not many football players there is, but not when I'm in the middle of France or in the middle of somewhere else that they're like, yeah, I know. They just know those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, Tony Hawk. Yeah.
You mentioned styles. What type of different styles come with skateboarding?
Steve Williams, me. there's
Antoine-
everything.
Antoine was up here.
Yeah, Antoine Dixon.
Antoine Dixon,
He's a gigantic style and personality. I mean, I don't know. There's so much because it goes through eras. It's kind of funny. Like right now, I feel like it's in like the male model style, and it's really fucking goofy.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like the fucking supercut hairstyle.
Yeah, everybody's
hairstyles.
like, everybody looks
Super
perfect.
fun. Yeah, perfect.
Like it just kind of trips me out. Like,
yeah, I feel you. I've seen that too, actually.
yeah, I don't know. It's
You looking for like the dirty, like been skating
no,
all day?
I mean, you don't
rough
even need
look?
that because I love the gangster image too, and I love when everybody's super fresh, and I love those skaters that go out with a white tee, and at the end of the day, it's a white tee. I've never been able to do that. Like, I'm personally just somebody who rolls around everywhere, and so I mean, I just kind of do whatever. But luckily for me, growing up in rock and roll and always influenced by rock and roll, there's not really somebody going, "Ooh, you're dirty." It's just kind of like, all right, well, that's you doing you. Love it.
Yeah.
And that's what I picked up on some skate shit, like coming from hip hop and being like fresh, clean, having to match jewelry, and then going downtown to skate, and then coming back home dirty as fuck. Motherfuckers like, yo, dog, look at you. Dog, you ride a skateboard, you looking all fucking dusty and shit. Like, get your shit together. But it's like, no, you don't understand. But having friends like Braydon and other people outside of the hood, it just gives you that extra, like, well, fuck it. Like, this the style. Like, we all represent this style. And it actually do come from, like, a rock and roll mentality. But also on some hip-hop shit, is like I don't really give a fuck. So it's like a fresh, dirty looking, clean. Like, it's crazy. And that's why I think we, like, mind boggle people a lot, because we could be on a good day from skating, landing 5-6 tricks, looking dirty as shit in 7-Eleven. People are like, oh my God, look at these people. But we just, we all making stupid bread. Like,
straight up, this fool rolls up in amazing car. It's
Yeah,
it's one of the things, and it's even funnier.
I hop out dirty as fuck though sometimes, and I love it because that's the skate rock star shit.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, as you get older and you start to get paid, it is really funny because how many people still talk shit to you. And it's rad when you're at a skate spot, which a lot of my friends have Bentleys, have whatever, Theotas. I think Stevie might have one, a couple other people. But it's always amusing to me when some stupid ass motherfucker or a cop pulls up and they start yelling at you about everything, and then you go, okay, cool, and you jump into a Bentley and they just stop. Like,
it's fucked up.
What the fuck just happened? You're like, hey, you go fuck yourself. I'm just gonna drive away. I'm just gonna wait till you leave and circle right back. Like,
it's the jaw dropper.
Yeah.
But that's the element of surprise that we have as skaters. We could actually camouflage, like I would say, right? We camouflage in the world. Man, you don't know what we do, and we all over the world. So we take our same style around the world, and people actually love us because around the world they know our style.
Yeah,
like they know a Braydon and a Stevie, no matter if it's like their eyes closed or just watching the skate footage. Like, and that's the beauty of skateboarding and shit too. So when I didn't know that he was even a skater, in my mind on Melrose, he was automatically like, I was waiting for him to tell me what band he was in.
Yeah,
because he looked professionally like a real rock star. Like, it's like that lifestyle we live it. That shit is lit.
That's what's up.
I pulled up and I saw you and I was like, what type of rock he makes? Like, automatically just associated you with rock and roll.
I just make music on 4 wheels.
I love that, making music on 4 wheels. And what I love about
my sympathy.
That's dope. And what I love about you two even more is that you all show that in society you don't have to live like this linear path that everybody wants you to go on. You know, you're showing people that you can do whatever you want as long as you put your heart into it, the passion, the scars, and all that stuff, and it's all gonna add up and just, turn around and make something dope for yourself. Yeah. But to everybody right now, where we can find you and maybe where we can go skate with you, I don't know.
I mean, I'm constantly out here in LA. We're always hitting NoHo Park. I'm out here skating with Stevie. We're always in downtown during the weekends. Yeah. I own a sunglass company called Happy Hour Shades. We're always just doing events and random things like that. Me and Stevie both ride for weed maps, so we're constantly
smoking weed,
doing that stuff. But no, we're always traveling around doing events, and on the weed maps Instagram and all that, it always is posting where you can find us and things like that. So
your bar too.
Oh yeah, and I own a bar right down here on Santa Monica called Black Bar.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
All the shit you on the low. Right?
I mean, I got a lot of things going.
You got a lot of things going. Rockstar shit, bro.
That's what's up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with the hot topics. You listen to The Fixx on Dash Talk X.
Yeah.